Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Chianti from Tangle Pattern's own CZT Linda Farmer. I was on Tangle Patterns, and a lot of times, well, of course, you can't help but not look at the banner that's, always changing. And this one popped up, and I was like, have I not done this? I mean, I might have played with it a long time ago, but I'm like, whoa, we've not shared this, so we must. It's very, very neat. All right. I'm going to do just a single. Actually, and the single of this is a 4-square because it is a grid pattern. And of course, go take a look at the For More Inspiration link because, well, now let me look again. Not only, so we see the sample, which is a wrought iron, which is neat. And then we see Linda's step out, which is nice, and a sample below that. But what's neat is, now wait a minute, why does that look different? Oh, I see. So on the sample and in the little thumbnail, she does it offset in the larger grid pattern. So that gives you even more options to play with this one. Okay, so like I said, this is one box, but we have to make it a 4-square. So when you're doing your grid, I've done this before, so I know of once I speak. Like I do this grid and I'm like, and usually it's a case where it's, I make it small and then I remember, oh yeah, each box now becomes 4 boxes. So then it's like, all right, let's get out that 005 or that 003 and we'll get to it. But, just something to keep in mind. All right. So what she does then is, and at first I thought this was rounding, but it's not. So we're just going to put a big dot, and I'll put dots in here. We'll go over the line. And of course these are going to be a little bit bigger because I'm working on, or because I'm just doing a single of this pattern. Okay. Then in the center, this is the center of your 4-square. This part is like floors. So we're going to round off those corners. Or I'm sorry, just the center one of this one. Just the center. And I'll explain when we look at the bigger one. All right. Now, she does show in this. Oh yeah, because I guess I can't do it all in one step, so I wasn't going to show it that way, but let me get the next step and then I'll tell you. So the next step, I could have made that bigger probably. That's all right. I'm going to take off and land a little bit on here, and I'm going to follow this line, and when you get towards the top, we'll put a big kind of curly Q. And we're going to do that coming off on all 4 sides. Actually, a lot of times I'll do north and south. Going slow helps. And then turn it and do north and south again. This does make me think of doing my favorite Tangle Flourish, because it had these curly cues, just like that. All right, that last one was a little bit weird, but it's all right. And that is it. That is all there is to it. Now, what Linda mentions on this, or adds on the step out, if you want to do this whole bit in one stroke, you can. So instead of doing this first, you could, that doesn't work that's not in my wheelhouse. So that I'm not going to do. All right. And let's see. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to shade this. I like how she filled in. Although, you know, I could probably maybe have fun with those curlicues. I just scribbled some graphite and we'll fill that in. You know, it's funny. I have said that I need to do more with filling in the graphite because it's neat. I'm thinking, though, well, let me have you look. Let's look at the bigger picture. A little bit bigger picture. So I turned that same 4 square into a 16 square so that way I could do 4. And you can see just, I mean, it looks so neat put together in a larger grid. Now, just to point out, we're skipping a dot. So this is the pattern. And then when you repeat it, we're skipping, this dot is skipping, right? And what Linda did was on the bottom part, just shifted over 1. And so that's something else that you could do. So I don't know. I usually like to sometimes I usually like to, and that you can hear that noise outside. It totally threw me off. Do graphite on the grid. And you know what? I still could. Well, we can do that on here. Because then what it does is it makes it look even more like a tile. Because it adds that curve, like a ceramic tile, I should say. Makes it poofy. That's my technical word. And sometimes I like to just do something different than, you know, what I've seen. Within reason. I'm like going, that really doesn't sound like me after I, you know, just talking about, I think it was yesterday's tangle. You know, the challenge with not, with randomness. Yeah, but look at how neat that looks. I think I'll do that on the other one too. But, you know, this is one of those that it's just nice to have something that's nice and delicate. To have as a and ornate at the same time. Oh, you know what? Because I'm not going to do all of the lines. It's just these ones. Well, let's spread it out while I have it in that direction. This one's going to go on, both sides of it. You can see how nice and even my grid was here. Just proving that it doesn't matter. It'll work and be neat no matter what. It just makes it, more rustic. It looks more handmade. I apparently was really digging in with that pen because I don't know if you could see as I'm going right now. Here you can't, but on this one, you can still see. You can see almost that groove. You can see where it's lighter. For shame, Heather. Gotta lighten up the grip. The death grip sometimes just takes over. Well, and I think it still looks neat with that, with the center filled in with the graphite also. But I am sure you will find other ways, too, to have fun with this. Yeah, part of me was thinking, with the curlicues, could put a little graphite in there. But sometimes it's just nice to stay simple. Let's not overthink it, go overcomplicate it or anything like that. Really, really nice. And I hope that you liked it. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I mentioned the description section where, well, let's see, I'm going to mess this up if I keep playing with it, huh? I wanted it a little bit darker on that side. In the description section below the step outs, you will find my link tree. So if you would like to connect, would love to. All of my social media and everything is there. If you are interested in classes or just tangling with me and our wonderful Tangle Addicts community, come and join us. Thursday is the day for that. We do 2 sessions, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. On that link tree, there are two links for where you can find that I post classes. That makes it easy so that we don't have to calculate your time zone from my time zone. And then also, if you click that you're going or to register, then you get reminders and things like that. So would love to see you some Thursday. I also have classes on Tuesday. They generally have a fee or are exclusive to my subscription club members. The information for that too is on the link tree. But the third Tuesday of the month, that is another free one. It's called Tough Tangle Tuesday. I started doing these a long time ago, and it's just like, I didn't want to quit, so I didn't. They just keep going, and it's awesome fun. All right, so I think that's it. Oh, well, except for our Tangle Addicts community, we do have a private group on Facebook, so you can join us there too. It's kind of like 24/7 Zentangle fun. That when you click the link, you have to answer the 4 questions, all 4 of them, and then then we'll let you in. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.